All right, this is before the drama starts, honey. Before we start episode number 8, which I think is the mid-season finale, we're gonna sit on here and see what y'all talking about before the drama starts. Okay? Let's see. Let's see. The first comment we have is Angelica W4O. Hey, Angelica. Hi, my love. She says, "Hi, Auntie. This is Angelica. Thank you for discussing my post. I know it was long. I appreciate your reviews. I'm really enjoying your reviews for Divorce Sisters and Beyond the Gates. Excellent reviews. Thank you so much, Angelica. As always, girl, I love you. I love the words that people say on here. Again, everybody opinion matters as long as we're respectful. Girl, I'm gonna talk about it. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's see what's going on, girl. But thank you, Angelica. Thank you so much. We have Carolyn McWilson for 497. She says, "Hey, Carolyn." She says, "Franklin, honey, was on If Loving You Was Wrong. Same type of characters to include the S&M stuff." Oh, that's why Franklin and Naomi are together. Oh, really? Okay. All right, that makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, well, he does give that type of energy, honey. It shows, honey. It definitely shows. But thank you so much, Miss Carolyn, as always. Thank you. All right, our next comment we have Peace Angel 4192. Hey, Peace. Peace says, "I'm thinking that Myron is trapped in the closet of his own head. He's definitely got some issues, but before all of that becomes clear, there's going to be a continued conjecture about him and Jefferson's deal. Watching Naomi do what she did, I thought about everything from just walking away from her toxic presence, the mature thing to do, to straight up kicking her ass, the most satisfying thing to do. How do any of these women, even with their own drama, stay friends with her? She obviously is deeply wounded, but damn, she also is dangerously destructive. All of that is facts, Peace, girl. You know you always be saying profound shit piece." But yeah, I don't even see how people can even stay friends with somebody like that. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. She could never be helped. On her good days, she's great, but on her worst days, it lasts longer, and you can't even help her, no matter how hard you try to. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Thank you so much, Peace. We have Cynthia Junkins 2250. Hey, Cynth, she says, "Jeff told Franklin, didn't he? You better not touch my wife." He showed these like, "Don't fuck with my wife. I might be a pastor, but I cuss. Don't fuck with her." Yeah, I love that. I love that he covered her. He needed to do that, because if he came in that room being the same way with Franklin, he would be like, well, I don't blame you. She should have known better. He would have definitely taken Franklin's side. So, yeah, I agree, honey. I agree. Thank you so much, Sam. We have Carolyn McWilson 497. She says, "Myron may just be obsessed and admires the pastor, knowing good and well Pastor Jeff has made it clear." Right, he did that. He did that. She made it very clear that I don't want no man. I don't want no man. And I mean, like he said, I look at some women in there. I'm gonna give you the names, but I don't want no man. Which I think was the most honest thing that he could ever do. I thought that was so cool. We have Cynthia. She also says, "Vaughn can't even do wrong right." That Nick. I knew he didn't do shit. I knew he didn't cock boom. I knew he didn't do it. I knew he didn't do it. Crazy ass. I thought he might have did it just to be viral, because some of them kids, because he's so focused on, being viral and being famous and making that money, but he don't want to work for it. I'm like, shit, just doing this content creation is work. You got to do it. You got to pick up the camera whether you want to or not, whether you're doing voiceovers or not, and you got to do that shit because you got the people waiting to have a good time. So yeah, he's lazy ass. Thank you, Sent. She also says, "Geneva telling Tiffany to wait a year before having sex with Javon. If it was anyone else, it wouldn't matter." Right. If it was anybody else, she would be like, "Girl, you better fuck him on the first night." Because again, they said that they were in college. Who said it when they was in college? Naomi and Geneva. When they was in college, they was kicking it with men all the time. So that's not Geneva's stilo. She don't think that you need to wait for a fucking year to fuck. She'd be like, "You gonna want him tonight? You just met him like an hour ago. Okay, do that shit." So, yeah, thank you so much, Sam. Well, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our review. I'm sorry, our recap of Divorce Sisters episode 8, which I believe again is the mid-season finale. I am so ready to see what's going to happen. All right, let go. Baby, we are back at Naomi's house. Remember the girls was there and Naomi was reading the room, honey. And so they had just finished watching the video of Myron outside on the phone talking about how much he loved Pastor J and he hate when he see her hold his hand and he can't stand it and he watching me now, all of that, you know. So we get back and Rashida asked Naomi, bitch, do you feel better now? Naomi was like, I feel good, honey. I feel just fine. Fine, 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 fine. Ooh. Rashida looks at her and says, girl, I know you're hurting. I know you are, girl. And I know your ass want everybody to hurt too. This is what Rashida's telling Naomi. But this shit right here is a whole new level of damn low. And Rashida was like, girl, and this is the point where I get the fuck off. Naomi was like, what? What you mad about, girl? I'm not the man sleeping with your man. Wow, Naomi. Damn. Rashida was like, this is ridiculous. Y'all believe this? She asking the rest of the girls. Bridget says it emphatically, no, we don't. So Rashida looks at Geneva. So Geneva's like, no. You know how she always get that old damn lion face look. So here come Tiffany. It is rumored that they are close. So Rashida was like, Tiffany? Tiffany's like, girl, I'm sorry, girl. It's all over town. So Rashida says, y'all bitches knew this? And nobody bothered to say anything to me? She and Naomi was like, bitch, we all thought that you knew. So Rashida was like, I can't. I just can't. So y'all bitches really think that this man is having an affair with my husband? Naomi was like, bitch, did you not just see the video? That Naomi tripped me out. And Bridget was like, bitch, stop. You know that shit's not true. Naomi was like, you know what, girl? The gaslighting at y'all church is real, girl. Bridget was like, bitch, what you talking? Girl, ain't no gaslighting, sis. Naomi says, what you talking about, girl? Y'all is being gaslit. So Rashida says, you know the dangers in leaving rumors unanswered is that they take on a life of their fucking own. That is so true. So you really got to be very wise, ladies, on what you decide to address. Speak, Rashida, because you really could make that shit bigger. Or you can just decide to just leave it alone, let it go away, and then it turns to whispers in the church or in the hair salons or on the nigger nets. Not the nigger nets, bitch. Nigger nets, baby. I might have to take that word, honey. So Geneva tries to calm Rashida down and tells her, girl, look, you don't have to address this, sis. You really don't. Bridget was like, yes, honey, please do not entertain this foolishness. Because, you know, Rashida's Bridget's boss. So whatever affects Bridget and it's going to affect her damn wallet and pocketbook. So Rashida was like, okay, no, let's get to the bottom of this shit. So Naomi was like, you know what, bitch? That's the best thing she said all fucking day. That's what she should do. That damn Rashida walks outside where Jefferson and Myron are standing. They are leaning on that beautiful gold and black and gold R. And she says, Jefferson. So back inside the house, Naomi was like, no, we are all standing here telling the truth. Tiffany's trying to get Naomi's attention. Naomi was like, bitch, I got the video and I'm looking out for my sis. I'm looking out for her. So apparently Rashida calls Jefferson and Myron in the house. Ooh, I'm loving this build up because I feel like she's finna address this shit like right here, right now. Right now. So they get in and Jefferson says, hey, Naomi, how you doing? Nigga, how you think she fucking doing? Look at her house. You dumb. Naomi says, good, how are you? And we hear Myron's footsteps walking up. He's a fine chocolate nigga. So Naomi's, before I press play, I didn't even know. Naomi compliments Myron on his shoes. Myron, I like them shoes, boo. He was like, thank you. Ooh, Jefferson asked Rashida, what the fuck is going on? Rashida tells Naomi, play that shit. Geneva, with her in-between ass, girl, you don't have to. I said play that shit. That's what Rashida said. So Naomi says, gladly. So Rashida tells Jefferson that Naomi has cameras outside. So she pushes it and she says, let's all take a look. Well, shall we? Your popcorn? Anybody want some popcorn? Because I got mine, girl. So, baby, they play Myron's whole conversation about how he loved him and I know he loves me and I'm just tired of this. Yes, I'm with him now, blah, blah, blah. Oh, my God. Myron with his little dip in the back of his forehead, his back of his head, baby. He got a slope back there. It's like a ski slope, baby. Myron, you can find, baby. What happened to the back of your head, boo? What happened to the back of your head, child? They just play all of it, child. When he talks about it, he comes in holding her hand, making me jealous and shit, and you could see Jefferson is fucking so damn mad. So Naomi said, "Whew, okay." So that damn Latoya Luckett is one fucking great actress. I need to learn that on cue. When I need to learn how to cry on cue. If y'all don't know, I'm an actress, so I do theater, but I've never done film or TV. But I'm trying to pivot into that eventually. But anyway, this bitch just cried with one tear. She cried with one damn tear. I need to learn how to do that. Anyway, back to the show. Jefferson asked Myron, what the fuck is this? He was like, you talking about me, nigga? Myron standing there again lying. No, I was talking to my wife. Naomi was like, nigga, why would you be talking to your wife about your pastor like that? Ooh. Naomi's like, okay, guys, I got this, okay? How long have y'all been fucking? Jeez Louise, Naomi. Tiffany was like, okay. Jeff was like, bitch, what you say? So Rasheed was like, oh my God. And Jefferson was like, we haven't, you evil devil bitch. Bridget was like, girl, that is the pastor. You show him some respect. Naomi was like, why, bitch? Because he ain't showing her no fucking respect. Look at the fuck what they were doing. So Jefferson was like, wait a minute, hold on, y'all. Wait a minute, wait the fuck a minute. Hold you. Who of y'all, all of y'all believe this shit? I mean, how many of y'all believe this shit? And so Rashida was like, you know I don't. Bridget says, no. Naomi's like, bitch, girl, please. You have her wrapped around your fucking finger. Geneva, the simple voice in the group, Myron, just tell us who you were talking to, boo. Jefferson was like, yeah, nigga. Say who it was. Come on. So Rashida looks at Myron. She says, I got a better question. Myron and I have been talking. Myron, I've been telling my darling husband for the past 3 years that you've been working for him. I've been telling them this. Myron, are you in love with my husband? Myron standing in line again. No, he's my pastor. Rashida's like, nigga, no, baby, I think you is. He says, no, First Lady, I just love him. Rashida says, him. Myron, no, I love taking care of him. Oh, and you. I love the both of you. Uh-oh. Jefferson says something that we don't know about. He looks at Myron and is like, are you the one that sent that email? Myron again lying. No. Rashida was like, what fucking email? He says a while back he got an email from somebody that says somebody in the church was in love with me and would do anything that I wanted them to do. So Jefferson says, look, I just ignore that shit because we get emails like that all the fucking time. So Rashida was like, yeah, I know. So Geneva was like, well, do you still have that email? And so Jay was like, yeah, I do, but it's from an email that I don't recognize. Geneva says it flat-footed. Hopefully that will scare Myra's ass. She said, look, I can track the IP address to see where it came from. He says, thank you. I appreciate that. He says, and for the record, I'm not gay or bisexual. I love women. This woman. And I would never, ever do anything with anyone else, especially, and he looks at Myron, a motherfucking nigga. So I really hate to disappoint all of y'all, but y'all got me wrong in this one. You got me wrong. Myron, go ahead and confess, boo. We got it on camera, honey. Who was you talking? You was talking to your wife about another man? Girl. And Naomi was like, okay. Birds of a feather. Pink feathers by chance? Uh-oh. Jay says, well, you know what, bitch? There's a lot of feathers around here too, huh? She's like, okay. I mean, he was like, baby, how much longer we gonna be here? She's like, look, not long, baby, not long. But I need to say one last damn thing. I'm done. So Naomi was like, what? Geneva tries to say, girl, Rashida's like, no. Mm-mm. As long as we allow her to abuse us the way he abused her, and we sit in this shit with her, we're telling this bitch that it's okay for her to treat us like this. Hell no. Not no more. I'm fucking done. Bridget, You can take them home. Bridget said, gladly. Make sure you bring my car to my truck to the church. Yes. When I tell you Bridget is a little, weak when it comes to men, but when you need somebody as your assistant who's like covers you and does things for you and stand right there with you and everything, I love me some Bridget. I'm sorry. I love Bridget. I really, really do. So Rashida was finna go to the door, baby. So before she touched that handle on the door, Jefferson's like, baby, wait for me to open the door, please. I was like, bitch, you better say that, Jefferson. I'm going to give you some tonight, boo. He looks at Myron and says, Myron, nigga, you ride with them. You ain't riding with me. My wife is riding my RR with me. And we will talk about this shit tomorrow. So they leave. And so Naomi was like, I can't. I mean, I said what needed to be said. I mean, they really going to do this like for real, for real? Tiffany was like, just shut up. So Naomi looks at Myron, was like, nigga, you still here? Because he's still there. Remember, he's supposed to ride with them anyway. Myron look all sad with his long face. He says, I'm just going to get a car to come pick me up. No, Bridget was like, no, no, I'll take you back to the church. He was like, I'm good. And so Naomi's like, nah, nigga, don't run now. So while they're talking about, her telling the truth, nobody wants to. I'm not going to let you treat people like that. We hear her knock on the door. We see this white woman cop and this black male cop. I'm looking for Naomi Lawton. I think Franklin is finna serve her. You've been served. So they give her the papers. So she was about to look at it. So of course, Geneva is her lawyer. She said, let me take a look at this shit. So of course, Naomi act like she don't know what this is all about. What the fuck is this all about? While Geneva's opening up the envelope. So, well, yeah, we were right. His ass is suing her for assault for everything that happened last night. This is 8 episodes, baby. It was just a night ago. Shit. So Tiffany was like, I knew that was going to happen. She's like, really? So Geneva was like, girl, this is serious, Naomi. Damn. Geneva says, girl, I don't even know how I'm going to be able to fight for you. I really don't. So looks like he's suing me. Wait a minute, for $50 million? Wow. He's suing me for everything that he already got. Wow. Yes, Naomi. Geneva was like, bitch, I told your ass it was going to happen. Anyway, we had the next scene. We're in the car with Jay and Ra. So Jefferson apologizes to her. Rashida, I'm so sorry. She's like, okay. He was like, come on now. What's going on? Talk to me, boo. Rashida was like, honey, you are so naive. And so Jefferson was like, I mean, he really wants me like that? Rashida was like, nigga, you didn't even want to believe me when I was telling your ass a few minutes ago. I like the friendship that they have. I really do. It's cool. Child, you heard his ass on the tape. He was like, man, I'm so pissed. She said, it's okay. He said, nah, baby, it's not okay. I mean, and who the fuck was he talking to anyway? And she was like, I don't know. He said, and all of them, they believe this bullshit. She said, baby, it's okay, baby. Just relax. He's like, okay. Wait, well, did you know that? Did you know? That's what they thought? She's like, I told you. He says, the saddest part about this whole damn thing? She says, he is the best assistant that you ever had. So he was like, see, yeah, exactly. I know. Damn it. She said, that's why I was fucking watching. Watching his ass like a fucking hawk, like the rest of them. He was like, babe, was I really that naive? Yes, nigga, you were. She was like, baby, honey, you were not raised like I was. He was like, well, let's just thank God for that because you're something special. Oh, y'all, I be flip-flopping. I believe him. I do. She said, yes, I am. He was like, yeah, you better talk that talk, baby. You better know it. He was like, oh, man. He said, man, what would I do without you? She says, be in love with Myron. He said, hey, look, nigga. See, they talk my talk. They use words that I love to use. Yeah. She said, oh, okay, really? So now you hard. Okay, now you hard. All right. He said, no, listen. In all seriousness, babe, in all seriousness. Look, baby, I know I've been slacking. I know it. Look, and I've been focused on all the fucking wrong things. And so she thanks him. She said, look, thank you so much for showing up for me today. I like how they're talking about this in the car and they did not address it in front of the girls because with all of that heightened energy from Naomi and all of the girls standing there looking in doubt, except for Bridget, it works. They had to handle that themselves. And again, Rashida needs time to let that shit soak in her skin and in her psyche, in her soul. She couldn't talk about that shit in front of them because they had just addressed it. Remember in the bathtub, she asked him, and he looked at her and said no. So she has to really believe her hubby. So Myron is the one that has to deal with his own, DL ways. So she also tells him, that she today, because he showed up for her, she really does feel cared for by him. So he was like, you know what, man, I'm an idiot. He said, you should feel cared for all the time. She's like, well, I know you've been busy with a lot and stressed out with a lot, so I'm. He's like, yeah, babe, but not so much that I don't want you to feel it, She said, I'm okay. We're okay. She was looking at him like, nigga, you gonna get some of this tonight. He was like, okay, well, yeah. Girl, what the fuck I'm gonna do with that nigga? Because I don't even know. She said, you gotta talk to him. He's like, yeah, and fire his ass. So she brings him back like, baby, now your ass gonna have to be careful with that one, all right? You don't want his ass to be getting mad out here and trying to sue you, picking up all kinds of shit. He's like, nah, he wouldn't do that. She looked at him like, nigga, again, you are so naive. He's like, you think he'd do that? She was like, nigga, I didn't think that it was this bad. Absolutely, he would sue your ass and make up all that shit. Yes, he would. When was the last time that somebody got actually mad at us for something that we did to them? People get mad at your ass for stuff that you don't do for them. He was like, that part. So, she was like, look, we're just going to let this shit play out. We'll just weed everything out as we go. He was like, yeah, but not too close. You know what I mean? She was like, yeah, I know. Not as close. Not up on all on your ass. He said, Rashida. Because, they joking, like, not on your ass, She like, look, okay, we'll just phase him out, all right? As we go. She's like, he was like, okay, look, girl, you know what, Rashida? You know what? He was like, girl, don't play with me now, all right? This shit ain't funny, all right? Just don't be playing with me, girl. And she's like, yo, boo gonna be mad. So they go back and forth with little, gestures and banter, little innuendos. I'm like, girl, your boo gonna be mad with you. He was like, look, there's a bus stop right over there. I'm gonna drop your ass off over there. She said, that's fine, Myra, to come pick me up. I think that was completely off script. That's Tyler Perry's thing. He likes for you to go off script and just play it and see how well it fits, and he'll choose. But I think all of this little banter was off script. It's just too much to recap, but all this little bit right here. But it's funny. It's funny. So she talks about, honey, he be staring you the fuck down, baby. Because he was like, you know what, I'm through with you. They're friends. She's like, that staring down makes me uncomfortable. He was like, baby, I know. He's like, damn, every day is something else. I swear. So she was like, who you fucking telling? Oh, yeah, and about your son. So she pulls out this piss cup, this drug test cup. Oh. So she found a lab that can get the results back in 6 hours. So she was looking at him like, you going to want him to do it? You going to get him to do it? Because I ain't doing that shit. So, again, Jefferson's like, you really think it's that serious? She's like, yes, I think it's that serious. He said, man, okay, I'll get him to do it. He said, because he knows how my brother and he knows how my brothers and father are. So I guess his father and his brothers are on that stuff. So Rashida was like, I know you've been busy with a lot of things, baby, but that boy is getting out of hand. He's getting disrespectful. He's acting out. This shit is getting crazy. And your ass is going to have to say something to him. And I don't mean one of those nice guy talks. Oh, son, what you... He's like, I don't sound like that. She said, no, cuss his ass out. I'll be telling somebody I know they should do that to their son. They just won't listen to me. Cuss his ass out. That'll change him. Hem him up. Because some of these kids these days, they're just used to you taking their little switch or they little damn time off the internet. But they got friends. Their friends will get them access. This is a whole different generation, baby. So he was like, baby, so you really want me to cuss out? She's like, don't be out here acting like you don't be cussing people out. Cussing them the fuck out too. Yes, nigga, I want you to cuss him the fuck out. Get his ass together. I got it, baby. I got it. So it got quiet. She said, you notice anything? He's like, what? She said, look down. So she put his seat warmer on. He's like, why the fuck you got my seat warmer on? She said, that's Myron warming up your ass. He was like, look, I'm tired of your ass. She's like, look, he was in the car before me, okay? He just wanted to make sure his boo was taken care of. He's like, you know what? They just go on and on with the teasing again. So now we're in Bridget's car. What she got? She got a Rolls Royce too. Bridget, you riding like that, girl? So her and Tiffany are together. I guess they already took Myron to the church because he's not in the car. So they was like saying there's something going on with that. So Bridget was like, girl, I see him every day at church. The way he be looking at him and everything. She tells this to Tiffany. She said, you know that Rashida's all over this. And Tiffany's like, I know she is, girl. She freshening up her makeup. Who you freshening up your makeup for, Tiff? And so Bridget was like, I don't mean just spiritually that she's over this girl. She watches his ass like a hawk. She sees all his fucking passwords, right? She sees all his emails and all his text messages too. Rashida, she said she was watching them just like all the rest. She don't play. So Bridget was like, well, Tiffany says, well, she don't seem to be sneaky like that. So Bridget was like, oh no, he knows that she has all his passwords. So, Tiffany was like, well, when a man will do that, you should marry him. So Bridget was like, girl, child, who? Not me. With all the foolishness Naomi going through and you. Tiffany like, hey, girl, hey. I'm better. She's not. Bridget was like, child, you talking about better. She getting worse and worse. I know this is not going to lead to no good place. Bridget was like, you know he can win and take all her damn money? So she was like, you think she mad now? And so Tiffany was like, yeah, I know she is. I'm paying $600 a month. Damn, girl, you paying John $600 a month? And she said she pissed. You should be. So she's like, she could be broke. Ooh, they both shudder. Yeah, a broke Naomi ain't a good Naomi, baby. Bridget was like, what's she gonna do? And Tiffany was like, I don't know what the fuck she gonna do because she has not had a job since they met. Yeah, so she got to find a niche, honey. Girl, you better get on YouTube. Or become a professional dom. They make hella great money. So Bridget drops off Tiffany at her core. So Tiffany says, thanks for the ride, girl. I have to go home and get dressed. So, oh, okay. That's okay. The RR car was Rashida's car that Bridget was driving. Okay, because she said take my truck to the church, so she drops it off. And tell me later about the date, girl. Okay, I will. But Tiffany's driving noise. She got herself a Porsche. So she gets there and she sees Myron sitting in his car. He has a Lexus. So she says, Myron, baby, come here. I need to clean up my desk. Can you help me? Oh, Myron. She was like, you got fired, nigga? He going to. But did he fire you though, nigga? No. Okay, she says. Look, just come to work tomorrow, alright? We'll talk then, okay? God, I just know he gonna fire my ass. So Bridget asks him again, Myron, are you in love with him? No, I love my wife. That's not the question. In love. That's the question. That's the question, Myron. She's like, boy, lying ain't gonna help your ass. You just need to tell the truth, alright? If you're gay or bi, don't nobody give a fuck. He won't. He's gonna fire my ass. I know it. Myron, just bring your ass to work tomorrow. Come in. Just do your job, okay? That's all you can do. Are you sure? Yes. God, I can't believe this. She asks him, why were you talking about him like that, though? Why? I wasn't. She was like, nigga, let me tell you something real quick. You can call whoever that was you had on the phone, and whoever that was, and keep lying to them. But when your ass is ready to tell the truth, you can call me. It makes me wonder, is he trying to, well, I lied before, so I ain't gonna go through no damn guessing games. I be wrong on this fucking show. Are you sure I should come tomorrow, Bridget? As sure as I'm standing here, honey. He was like, okay, but what time are you going to be here? I'm going to be here at 9. Okay, well, I'm going to wait for you. Okay. Is the first lady mad? Myron, honey, you know how they both are, okay? They're good people, honey. They don't judge. But they sure as hell don't like people lying and playing in their faces either. I know. Okay, look, just come to work tomorrow and tell them the truth. Lord, if she says this line one more time, she's told him 10 times to just come to work. I'm not going to keep repeating. One thing about Tyler, he will repeat a fucking line, baby. Just he might add an extra word or comma or explanation point or something, but he gonna repeat some lines. That's what makes his shows and movies stretch. But if she say, I ain't repeating if she keeps telling him to come to work. Thank God. She just said, just come to work tomorrow, tell the truth. She said, don't interrupt my ass no more. I'm going home. My feet hurt. He says, okay. That's it. That's it, y'all. In the scene. So, Pastor and Rashida pulls up as Bridget was getting ready to leave. And we see Myron pulling out, and just like how Pastor Jay's supposed to do, he gets out the car, and guess what he does? He goes on the other side, and he opens the door for his boo. So he goes inside the church because he has to finish some work. So he says, I'll see your ass at home. So Rashida asks Bridget, she said, I saw you talking to him. What did Myron say? So Bridget says, girl, he is a complete mess, honey. He think y'all gonna fire his ass. He think y'all gonna fire him. Rashida was like, Bridget was like, but you ain't, right? Rashida just looks at her. So Bridget's like, okay, well, do you need anything? So Rashida says, no, I'm just going to head on home. Bridget says, okay, I'll check on you later. So she says, and let me know. Rashida tells Bridget, let me know if you hear anything else about Vaughn, okay? That's so sweet. Bridget has gone through this bullshit with Naomi's crap and her husband and her son, and she was like, okay, I'm all right, but let me know if you hear anything else about Vaughn. That's so. Rashida is the bomb. I love her character. I really do. You like, girl, you love everybody. I do. Bridget was like, I will. Okay, I'm sure he's fine. So I keep saying Bridget. Rashida says, yeah, okay, well. But so as she's walking to her car, Bridget tells her, she's sorry about Naomi. Rashida says she's done and she's gonna have to figure that shit out on her own. And Bridget was like, "Girl, I'm done too." Like Bridget was the first one who said she was done, because Naomi is so disrespectful to to Bridget. She is so disrespectful to that girl. So Rashida was like, yeah, you will be done whenever you get tired, honey. So I'll see your ass later. So they say, yeah, see you. So they skedaddle in their car. So we at Tiff's house, and she's happy, honey, with her red wine, winding down, getting ready for her her date. And her phone is buzzing. So she looks at it and she's smiling. It's Javon. Hello. Am I calling too much? She's like, not at all. He's like, good. Okay, well, this is about business, so it should be okay, he said. She's like, you don't need an excuse. He's like, oh, girl, don't threaten me with a good time, girl. She says, well, that's my middle name. He says, really? She's like, oh, yeah, I'm really kidding. He's like, okay, well, I got two things for you, okay? One, love the house. Two, I want it. She was like, okay, he wants the house, the next door house. Of course he's going to love the fucking house. It's right next to William and damn Geneva. She's like, okay, great. So let's put in that offer, he says. She's like, okay, I'll call the seller. He said, yeah, okay, good, because I got to get the fuck out of this hotel. So she on the phone rocking back and forth. She's like, you staying in a hotel? He was like, yeah. She's like, I'm sorry. And so he was like, no big deal. Let's consider it new beginnings. Shit, I thought she was going to say, you want some company? Girl, I thought you was going to go over to the hotel and let him bust it in real quick before he moved into his house. A new beginning for both of us, she says. He says, he says. Speaking of which, how spontaneous, if I could say the word, how spontaneous are you? She says, what do you mean? He says, like if I said, let's take a trip somewhere, what would you say? She says, I would go in a fucking heartbeat. You better, girl. Shit, you ain't got no kids, no man to keep you there. Take your ass on the trip. Ooh, my kind of woman, he said. You ain't even asked where or when. She's just so flirty. She's all locked into this conversation. Geneva, bitch. Don't you fuck this up for Tiffany, you hear me, bitch? Girl, you got a daughter and you got a husband. Leave her alone, Okay? You just said on episode number 1 that she need to be going out. Leave her alone. Shit. So when he said you ain't even asked where or when, she said, fuck that. I'll figure that shit out. He says, okay, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, okay. Let's go to Italy. Italy? Nigga, what? She said, what? Yeah, you heard me. With Geneva and William. Oh my God, you trash, nigga. You is trash. You want to play in her face with her friend? Oh my God, he's trash. Javon is trash. So she was like, wait a minute. He said, yeah, with William and Geneva. She was like, wait, what, nigga? Wait a minute. I'm supposed to be babysitting Anika. So he was like, oh, I'm sure Rashida can do that. Wait a minute. You gonna just be volunteering my friend? You don't even know if Rashida can do it. You just, girl. So she was like, you know what? We just met. So and he was like, wait a minute. So look, what would be more romantic than spending a week in Italy? And she'll be there with with a friend. So it's not like, you know, girl, you better go. We'll figure it out, like she said. Yeah, spending that week in Italy and getting to know each other a little bit better. So she was like, well, I don't. He's like, come on now, come on. Don't back out on me. What happened to Miss Don't Threaten Me with a Good Time? So she says she's going to call Geneva. And he says, nah, I don't think you need to do that. Why? Because she's going to probably try to talk your ass out of it. You know, Geneva, come on. So Tiffany was like, yeah, nigga, okay, but I said I'm supposed to be babysitting her child, so I have to talk to her, nigga. What the fuck is that about? He was like, you know what? I'll just have William talk to her, you know. How about that, he said. She said, no, she's my fucking friend. No, we made that promise to each other. I didn't make it to William, I made it to her. So I'm talking to her. Shit. He's like, well, you know, at least let me get him to prime the pump, so to speak. What's that about? So she was like, okay, since, you know, but Geneva's been avoiding me lately, so he talking with that damn left eye blinking. So yeah, because of Geneva ain't been speaking to her. Yeah, Geneva, you trash girl too, because you have that girl babysitting your baby while you out of the country, but yeah, you don't want to talk to her? What is that? He was like, why? She's like, I don't know. I'm sure she'll tell me eventually, but his ass no. He says, okay, well, let me go and get off this phone and call William. She's like, okay. He was like, well, don't forget that house for me, girl, all right? Otherwise, I'm going to be moving in with your ass. She says, okay. She looks concerned. He says, I'll see you at dinner tonight. Yeah, she looks really, really concerned about the fact that he does not want her to talk to Geneva about the trip. She looks real concerned. So, yeah, she hangs up. Tiffany is smart. She ain't dumb. I wish she would go ahead and ask Geneva point blank, did you and Javon fuck? She gon' definitely ask her, I feel. Hopefully in this episode, give us a good cliffhanger. Anyway, we are at the hospital. Girl, what you doing at the girl? You better not be at the hospital with Franklin and Lindsay. We see damn Naomi at the hospital calling Hakeem, honey. So she tells him to meet her at the bank. He's like, what bank? She's like, nigga, figure it out. So he was like, what are you saying? She's like, you saw my bank statements on my nightstand. You know the bank and you know the address, nigga, so stop playing fucking stupid. This bitch. She hangs up the phone with Hakeem and didn't even knock on the hospital door. Franklin is sitting on the bed. Naomi comes in the fucking room. Talking about, I bought her some flowers. Girl, she has black roses given. Franklin is like, what the fuck? He was like, you got to be out your motherfucking mind. She's like, what? What do you mean? So he gets up and he rushes on the other side of Lindsay trying to keep her away from her. She says, he tried to tell her to leave. She said, look, I just came to see if I turned your white bitch brown. Let me say it right. She said, I just came to see if I turned your white bitch brown. He's telling her, I see your ass managed to get out the fuck out of jail. She's like, I sure did. He's like, you know, when I'm done with you, you're never gonna get out, right? You know that, right, bitch? Oh, I'm so scared, nigga. Franklin's like, you should be fucking terrified. Franklin is not as treacherous as Naomi is. They're a match for each other. Yeah. So she reaches around him like, can she hear me? White bitch. White bitch. He's like, look, Nick, I ain't gonna tell your ass again. I'm not gonna tell your psychotic ass again. Get the fuck out. She's like, I'll go, but can I just please just stay for a second? He was like, you know what? She starts laughing. So he almost put his hands on her. She's like, excuse me, put your hands on me. Put your hands on me, nigga. Come on, put me the fuck out. Go ahead, put your hands on me, nigga. Put out. She said, go ahead, go ahead. He said, oh, nah, I get it. I get that shit. You want me to put my hands on you? Yeah, she said that. Nigga, can't you hear? She said, please do. It's been far too long. So she rubs the flowers up and down his chest. He was like, let me tell you something. I will never give your ass the satisfaction ever again. She said, oh, he said, Lindsay is the only one who gets to feel these hands. Ooh. She says, enjoy touching her rough, burnt, rough ass, charred back. God almighty. Ooh. So he tries to snatch the flowers away from her. She's okay. Okay, fine, I'm leaving. And he calls for Nurse Washington, honey. Does Washington come up in there, baby? Oh, you calling for help? No, he's strong. What the fuck you need help for? Security? No. This is the woman who burned my wife's back. Get her the fuck out. Ma'am, I need you to leave right now, okay? I need you to leave. Listen, nurse lady, did you know that he left me for this white bitch right here? She has no empathy at all. She has no damn empathy. She doesn't. She don't pity nobody. What happened to Naomi when she was a little girl? Because she's hurt. Ma'am, I understand that, ma'am, but you need to really leave. Sweetie. He has the smallest dick. Smallest I've ever. Compared to Bolo, aka Hakeem, yeah. So she tells her she has open wounds. The nurse is still trying to get her ass to leave out that damn hospital room. She tells her, you'll infect her if you touch her. And Naomi was like, oh, good. I want to infect that bitch. Security! Are you sure, Franklin, you don't want these flowers? I don't want shit from you, bitch. Oh! She says, I hope that I gave that bitch bruises that she gave to our fucking people. And she hit that girl on her back with them damn flowers. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm so scared to push play. I stopped it right before she hit her on the back. I'm scared to push play. Because I know that girl is going to scream. Oh, remember the wound is really fresh. It just happened like a day ago. Let go, Shar, get some balls. All right, we hoard. Come on, girl, push play. You got it. Well, at least Lindsay didn't jump. She just laid there. So she ran out. So nurse is screaming, security, I need security, please. So we see Tiffany and Rashida talking. And did Rashida ever talk to Tiffany about sharing her secret? No, I don't think so. So hopefully they'll be able to talk about that because she wanted to meet with Tiffany about telling her about what happened when she was in college with Jay. So anyway, Tiffany calls Rashida and says, girl, this man just asked me to go to Italy, girl. Rashida said, who? Javon, he's going on William and Geneva's trip with them, and he asked me to come with him. You just met him, girl. I know. Rashida's like, well, why would he ask you that so soon? I mean, he thinks it's a good way to get to know each other. Well, I don't know, Tiff. That's what Rashida says. And so, with hesitation, Tiffany was like, I mean, I think it's a good idea. Rashida was like, girl, ain't you supposed to be watching Anika? Tiffany was like, yes, that's why I'm calling. I was wondering if you could. Rashida was like, but she asked your ass to do it, not me. Yeah, you're right. I know, I'm being silly. Rashida tells her that she really thinks that she needs to take her time with this one. I am. Like, really, girl? I mean, really get to know him. She continues to tell her that it's been a while for you and for Tiffany to not rush into anything with this one. Like, you really need to get to know this nigga. Tiffany was like, wait a minute, you sound like Geneva. And so Rashida was like, well, I'm telling you right. Rashida was like, so I don't think you should go to Italy. Okay, I won't go. I'll tell him at dinner tonight. So Naomi, with her crazy ass, arrives at the bank along with Hakeem. What you finna do, Naomi? Child, she opens up that safe deposit box and there is the money, baby. Ooh, Lord, I'm manifesting this into my life right now, God. I need a car. Yes, Lord. I need another car and having that money and some overflow, abundance, baby. Ooh, Jesus. Da, 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 da. Hakeem was like, damn. She was like, see, nigga, you thought I was lying. He said, shit. She's like, $1 million. He was like, well, can I hold it? She was like, nigga, you can't hold shit. Because she slammed the damn the top to the safe deposit box right before she said, shot. So, bitch, what stopped me from taking it all? That's what he tells her. So he was like, what if I take this from you? I just said that. So she was like, go for it, nigga. He's like, I could just hit your ass right over the head right here, right now. And walk clean up out of here with it. Period. And you know me well enough to know, nigga, that I won't stop until everyone that has your DNA in it is DEAD. Ooh, what that mean, girl? Ooh. He asked the same question. What is that supposed to mean? I be pushing play, y'all. Y'all, hey, if you been here since the beginning, you already know how Auntie roll. She makes it complain. She's like, how's your daughter, huh? How is she? What is she, 9 now? He's like, oh, so you be checking on my ass. She said, nigga, I knew your entire rap sheet before you got to my front door. He said, I figured that. She said, this wasn't just about a fuck, nigga. He said, I see. She said, you better. Yeah, you better. Your ass better always know that I'm always 10 steps ahead of your ass. You went to jail for assault and attempted murder. You did 15 years and you're still on motherfucking probation. So, you gonna do this shit or not? He was like, so when? She was like, okay. So when? Nigga, we ain't gonna talk about this right here, right now. We in the bank. He was like, look, I'm gonna at least need 10K. She was like, no, nigga, you ain't getting shot. He said, well, I ain't doing nothing if you ain't gonna give me nothing. She's like, Hakeem, what did I damn say? He said, fuck you. I ain't doing shit. Why the fuck did you waste my damn time, she said. He's like, you know what? You a real bitch. She is, though. She wears it proudly, though. Maybe that should be on her next t-shirt. She says, keep that same energy, nigga. Renee, girl, see this peasant out. I really don't want money to change me, y'all. When I really start, I need to be already starting it, right? I should already be making all that money. But anyway, when I make it, because I am going to make it, baby. I'm going to make all that money. I don't want it to change me to no bit. I'm going to say no to a lot of people. But okay, I want to change, but I don't want to change to the point where I'm just evil. Just think I'm invincible with a big old fucking S on my chest. I don't want to feel like that. I want to change, though. I'm going to have to say no to a lot of people. Yeah. So she takes her money. It's like, my fucking money. What she need to do is take it with her. Since he's trying to drain her for everything, she need to just keep that in the house somewhere. Or give it to Anika. Uh-oh. We are back at the church. We have Pastor Jay still just in his head and in his office processing what happened. And Myron enters the office with his sloped head. So he trying to play on Pastor's heart. I just came back to clean out my desk. And Jay was like, why the fuck are you going to do that? Because I know you're going to fire me. Jay was like, I should fire your ass, but you would be wrong. Well, I betrayed you. So Jay was like, fuck all that. Who the fuck you was talking to on the phone? I want to know that too. He says, just a friend of his. Okay, so it wasn't your wife. So you lied earlier. A man or a woman? Jay asks him. Myron says, a man. Uh-oh. Ooh. Jefferson asks him, does the man go to that church? Myron says yes. And Jefferson was like, and he thinks that I'm after you. Myron was like, he actually put it in my head. Pastor was like, who the fuck is he? Pastor, please. Who is he, Myron? I don't want him to lose his job. So wait a fuck a minute. He worked here at the church? That's what Jefferson said. Man, it better not be Calvin. Does Calvin work at the church? I don't think so. It better not be Calvin. Pastor, please. He was like, look, boy, why you didn't tell me that you have feelings for me? Huh? Why? I didn't know how to. Myron, are you gay? Same line he said 50 million times. No, I love my wife. It sounds like it's something he has to say to convince him. It's like, who you trying to convince, me or you? You know? Thank you, Jefferson. Jefferson was like, man, you can love your wife and still be gay. So he kept saying, I'm sorry. So uh Jay was like, is this gonna be a problem? And Myra was like, sir? Is this you working for me here, right here? Is this gonna be a problem? Are you giving me another chance? Look, boy, I'm giving you a chance to work through whatever this shit is. Whatever you are in denial about with the therapist. But definitely not with me. He said, because it seems to me that there's some things that you need to be honest with yourself about, as well as all the people that care for you. You care about me, he says, Myron. Myron says, yeah, nigga, I do care, because you've been a loyal friend. The other piece of shit you feel, nigga, that will never happen between us, all right? I understand. Not in this damn life or the next, Myron. You hear me? I get it, he says. Well, okay, well, I need for you to get the teleprompters set up for the developers tomorrow. Come on, Jay. I need for you to push to find out who this person that damn Myron is talking to. They had him so convinced that Pastor wanted him. So we need to find that out, nigga. You dropping that way. You dropping that ball. We need to know. Myron with his questions again. Are you sure? Pastor Jay was like, nigga, what did I say? I told you that's what I want you to do. Damn. But what about First Lady? She had your ass pegged before I did. Is she mad? Oh, you know my wife. She loves hard, but she fights even harder. So she'll talk to you when she's ready. And your ass better be ready, because it ain't going to be damn nice. He says he'll be ready, and he skedaddles out Jeff's office. All right, we got happy-go-lucky William and Geneva. Hey, come here. You smell that, baby? You smell that? I tell you, he's just too happy for me. He's just too happy. Come here, I got a surprise for you. So he takes her from their living room to their kitchen. She got her eyes closed, and he's gathering her by her hand to the kitchen. I got a chef. And it's fucking Javon. Hey. He's weird. He fine, but he's fucking weird. She's like, you guys are full of surprises, huh? Don't worry, he says. I'll be out of your hair in no time. I was just teaching your husband how to cook the perfect flank steak. Where's Anika, she says. Oh, she's in the backyard, baby. She's in the backyard back there with Sarah. She'll be all right. She good. See? That fucking Javon. He stands on the other side of the damn counter and says, you want to taste? And we already know what Geneva feels for that nigga. She want to taste, yes. She does. She wants to taste and taste and taste and taste. She says, I'll wait till dinner. Oh, he says, and I won't get a chance to see your beautiful face when you bite into this juicy meat. Damn William, like, I'll try it. Is it? Yeah. And they just pretty much staring each other down, and William ain't even looking at it. He don't even see them staring each other down like that. Javon like, yeah, you know you want this meat. And she's like, I do, but nigga, you crazy. But I want that meat too. And damn, William like, damn, this meat is good. Dude. The angles are kind of like suspect, because you got Javon standing there and you got William bending down, and you can see his head keep coming back and forth in the frame. And you see Javon is looking like, yeah, I got him under my control, bitch. You see, the secret is to let it marinate for the right amount of time. And it's easy, bending that left eye. That left eye, baby. Yeah. Then you turn the fire up just enough. And it arrives at the perfect temperature. She gonna have a puddle right there in the damn kitchen. William be like, oh, baby, you spilled something. Oh, no, baby, I gotta pee. Let me go with this. Oh, baby, you gotta taste this, baby. Here, look, it's amazing, juicy. Oh, baby, this is some good meat. He said, yeah, real juicy. I should get going, he says. Oh, wait, man. No, I want to tell her. Remember the, oh, yeah, go ahead, tell her. So, yeah, baby, yeah. So, yeah, Devon had a great idea, yeah, he wants to invite Tiffany to Italy with us. Hey, She says, "Oh, is that right?" And he's like, "Yeah, and I knew you wouldn't mind, baby. I knew you wouldn't mind." See, Geneva's gonna be pissed because Tiffany knew it, but she never came to her and talked to her about it first, because Tiffany is supposed to be watching Anika, so she's gonna be really pissed about that. See, I just said that. I pushed play. She said that's not gonna work because she's supposed to be babysitting Anika for us, nigga. You forgot about that? He was like, "Look, I knew that she was gonna say that. No, we just talked to Rashida. Wait a minute, y'all having conversations about my child?" So he was like, "Or you can bring her with us." He was like, "I mean, Tiffany and I wouldn't mind, and after all, I'm sure she'll end up being like a daughter to me." I look at William like, William was like, "You know what? That's not a bad idea, and it's just that we never had an adult trip since she was born." Javon, yeah, well, okay. Well, this is gonna be so much fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't you think, baby? Yeah, she says. We hear all this screaming in the background. I'm like, what the fuck? Child, y'all heard that baby screaming? Yeah, she was screaming, and so Sarah bringing her in, and baby fell off the swing, baby. I've done that when I was a little girl. Fell out the swing. That ain't no joke. So they rushing and bringing her in. I think she was bleeding and everything. So the next scene we go to is at Rashida's house, and you see the son is going all through the parents' bedroom. He like, what the fuck? No, you can't be up in here like that. No. So lads is gone all in their drawers and stuff. So Rashida comes home. She catches him taking something. I don't know if it's money or what. That bedroom, I tell you, time we in that bedroom, I'm just melting. All that bedroom is gorgeous. So she catches his ass. So she's like, what the fuck you doing? Oh, hey. She was like, what are you doing? I asked you a question. Oh, I wanted to borrow a tie from dad. She said, for what? He said, for Sunday. I never noticed that the young man who plays him, he plays on Beyond the Gates too. I never knew he had a mole on his nose. I never knew that. I've been looking at that baby the whole time. Never noticed that he has like a beauty mark. Oh, he has a mole like under his nose. Never noticed that. Yeah, so he told me he need a tie for Sunday. Child. She said the ties, baby, will be in the closet, not in our bedroom. She keep asking what's in his hand. He talking about nothing. What the fuck is in your hand, boy? So she commands and demands him twice. Open your hand. Open your hand, boy. Child, that baby opened his hand and he has a fistful of cash. Damn. So she reaches in his hand to take it, and he holding it from her like she don't want him to take it. Like, give me my fucking money. Shit. Why are you being like this? Why are you fucking being like this? I need the money. I just gave your ass some money. Then you turn around and ask your father for money. You're not gonna miss this little money, Mom. What the fuck you need this for? I'm going to the movie with my friend. What friends? From school. You don't know them. Are you on drugs? No. Okay, then I need you to pee in a cup. What? You heard what I fucking said, boy. I need you to pee in a cup. That boy said, this shit is stupid. She said, what the fuck you say? He said, I'm not peeing in no damn cup. I said, boy, you are going to pee in a cup. Ooh. She said, I said, pee in the fucking cup. She says, no. He says, give me the fucking money. He grabs her by the arm. Wait the fuck a minute. He said, don't make me hurt you. Give me the money. She said, no. Then he gets to apologize. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. And baby sis, she peeking through to see what the fuck is going on. She peeking through. She sees that he had grabbed her. That's why Rashida was like, Jay, you need to cuss his ass out. Girl, she asked, Mom, are you okay? Mom, you just saw what fucking happened. No, I'm not okay, girl. But Rashida says she's fine. She says she's fine. Child, she holding on to that money with them tears. Is he on drugs or is he in some trouble? I mean, it's not like drugs is not trouble. Trouble ain't drugs, but yeah. So we're at the hospital. So we see William, Geneva, Sarah, and Javon all at the hospital worried about everything with Anika. So they're like, we're taking so long. William is worried. Oh, they said she was bleeding. I hope she don't need no blood. Oh, God. Anyway, Javon is like, I'm sure she's fine. So Sarah apologized. She said, I'm so sorry. I just looked away for a second. William's like, look, girl, it's not your fault. She's just a kid. These things happen, all right? And then Geneva's like, girl, Sarah, you should have really really been more careful, though. You should have. You know that she was a preemie. Uh-oh. Which means that she was born early. Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah says, and Geneva tells her that she needs to leave. Just go. Just go. No, no, just go, girl. Just go home. I just want to make sure she's okay. Just go home. Just go. Geneva, William says. Geneva, girl. It was a mistake, okay? Come on. So Tiffany gets there at the hospital with her beautiful rainbow dress. I think I had one like that. It's cute. She comes in there because she was date ready, you know. So she was like, "Is everything okay?" So Javon grabs Tiffany's hand and they all sit down. Geneva looks at Tiffany and says, "What are you doing here?" Javon was like, "I called her, okay?" So Tiffany asks, "How is she?" Geneva says she's getting a CT scan.
Okay, you guys can leave. Wait, you're kidding. I'm not leaving. Did you call the girls too? No. Good. Well, don't. Okay?
Okay, I don't know if you heard that part, but she says, "Did you call the girls too?" No, she says, "Well, don't, okay? We need our family time." She's like, "Geneva, we are family." Geneva was like, "Girl, I am not in the position to go back and forth with your ass right now, okay?" Geneva, see, I'm not trying to argue with you, okay? So can you please? And Geneva cuts her off and says, "Look, I'll call you." So Tiffany was like, "Are you serious?" Because we know that she ain't been calling her. She ain't been answering Tiffany's calls, nor has she been calling Tiffany. So you know she ain't going to call her. So Tiffany's like, "Girl, you serious?" And Geneva says, "Yeah, I'll call you." She ain't going to call her. So Tiffany forgets Geneva, says William. He's like, "Well, she's the boss. I mean." So the doctor comes up and says, "Hello, everyone." Thank goodness. Knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. The doctor said that baby's going to need a blood transfusion. And the type of blood that William has ain't running through that baby's veins, baby. The only person that can give that transfusion is Javon. She says the transfusion comes better from the parents. So Geneva's like, "Transfusion? What? Transfusion?" William's like, it's okay. I'll do it. It's no problem. I got you." The doctor was like, "No, I think Geneva should do it." So William was like, "No, no, no. She can't because she hates needles. So let me do it. Can I do it?" The doctor's like, "Geneva?" Geneva's like, "Yeah." William's like, wait. Why can't I give my daughter blood now? What's the tea? What's going on? What's going on? The doctor's like, "Look, I'll just use the blood bank." And so William was like, wait a minute. What's going on? I'm sorry. I don't understand. Just let him do it. Damn. The doctor's like, "Come with me, please." "No, I'm not going anywhere with you right now. Just tell us what's going on. It don't make no fucking sense." Anika is AB. So we need an AB donor. Oh, shit. William says, "Wait. But my blood type is O." Ooh. So the doctor was like, "Yes." So William's like, "Wait a minute. So there's no chance that my child could be AB because I'm an O and she can't be an AB." So he kept probing the damn doctor. "Tell me the fuck is going on. I need to know." We hear the sirens in the background. And Geneva's looking like, what? Child. And that is the end. That is the mid-season finale of Divorced Sisters. We will be back. I don't know when it'll be back, but I will be back when it comes back. This was fun. I'm glad I had a chance to review it and give my little take on it. I thought I was going to be too late, but I get some decent views over here. But we have fun, we recap, we have a good time, we kiki and everything, and your words do matter. So I will be reading your comments from the last video at the beginning of this video. You already heard, you already know, you already heard me do all of that. But anyway, y'all have a good one, and I will see y'all the next time on Divorce Sisters, episode number 9, whenever that comes, y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Stay hydrated, okay? And I will see y'all, and stay positive. There's a lot going on in this world. Y'all stay positive. Put yourself on the list. Don't get stressed out by this world, but please stay informed by the right people, okay? Don't let your emotions lead you at all, all right? Bye.